So I don't know if it's just me, but gaming right now is so boring. Like, is it just me? Am I just getting old? Am I just trash at every game I play? Which is not true, by the way, because I'm actually really good at Apex. But I feel like the older I get, the less fun gaming gets. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or if it's because games are just not as fun. Like when I think back to some of the most fun gaming experiences I ever had, where's English? When I think back to the most fun gaming experiences I ever had growing up, it was like Black Ops 2. It was, all the original Call of Duty games. It was PS3 games. It was like Ratchet and Clank. It was Red Dead Redemption. It was the first one. It was GTA. It was like just old games, right? And all of those games, well, a lot of those games happen to be single player games, but even multiplayer games like Black Ops 2 and Destiny 1, not Destiny 2, Destiny 1. All of those games were fun, but nowadays I feel like all games are just boring. I feel like, you know what, let me just, okay, today guys, we're gonna be cleaning my keyboard, right? Because you might see it's on camera right now. Can you guys see that? But this keyboard is actually disgusting. I bought this keyboard like 1 year ago and I just never got around to cleaning it, right? So we're gonna clean this keyboard now. It's really nasty and I kind of do even want to see what's underneath these keycaps because it's disgusting. And I have a brush to clean it as well. But anyway, you'll talk about gaming more and like my thoughts on gaming and how gaming right now is in a kind of shitty ass state. But I also want to do something productive while talking about it. So I want to clean my gaming keyboard and I also want to replace my keycaps on my keyboard with these new keycaps. I bought these keycaps like, I want to say 6 months ago. I also bought a new mouse about 6 months ago as well. And when you buy stuff and like you're just too lazy to set it up or like really, that's basically me. And I really wasn't playing much games and I really bought that mouse and these keycaps for gaming, but kind of ties in perfectly with this video though, because I'm talking about gaming being kind of boring right now and I'm actually finally changing my keyboard that I should have changed 6 months ago, but I didn't because gaming was so boring. So it kind of makes sense. So these keycaps are supposed to be like anime style, anime themed. They actually look kind of good. Can you guys see this? It might fall out if like you guys seeing this? Focus. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like them. So we're gonna change our keycaps, clean our keyboard, and talk about how shitty gaming is right now. So if you enjoy, drop a like because why not? And for you guys who want to know what keyboard I have, this is the Pro 2. Pro 2? Yeah, this is the Pro 2. So I feel like in terms of gaming keyboards, I like small compact ones because I don't have much desk space first of all, and I don't know, just easier to like really get in there when you have a smaller keyboard, Talking about gaming, guys, gaming right now is, I don't know, bro. I don't know. As I said, I could just be getting old and like the games aren't that bad. Like gaming is actually in a good state, but I can't see it because nostalgia is making me believe that games back in the day were more fun. I actually bought Black Ops 2 on Steam. I'm doing this wrong. I should actually like take a picture of the keyboard first before I remove all the keycaps so I could see what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, I bought Black Ops 2 on Steam like 1 week ago and I played Black Ops 2. It had like 300 players online. First of all, I never actually played Black Ops 2 on PC. Like I grew up playing Black Ops 2 on PS3. That was a weird like transition. And I got completely destroyed, not gonna lie. So I went into some like, bot matches with recruit bots. And that game was so fun, bro. Like even though it's an old game, almost 10 years old. Wait, yeah, almost, wow. Even though it's an old last game, it's still so fun. It's just naturally a fun game, and I feel like nowadays games are missing that fun factor, Most games nowadays, when I play them, at least it feels like it's just so many cosmetics, so many incentives to buy stuff, and like, I don't know, bro, like even free to play games like Warzone and Apex. Yeah, you could enjoy the game without having to spend all this money, but in some cases you actually have to spend money to like get, certain attachments on weapons and shit, and that's just like, I don't have time to play Warzone for 4 days to unlock a site. Like that's just way too much time. I don't know if gaming devs, and correct me if I'm wrong because I could be wrong, but I don't know if gaming devs really care as much about just making a game fun. It could be gaming devs, it could be gaming publishers like EA and Activision kind of like just forcing these devs to make the game in a certain way and to like design the game around cosmetics and like obviously money, because money is just such a driving force right now in gaming. Like when I was growing up, guys, back in the day, my old school days, because I feel kind of old now, but like back in the day, right, when I was playing Call of Duty, like all those early games, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, they would drop a DLC every 3 months or so, every 4 months or so. You'll pay a flat price for all of the new maps, skins, I believe, and weapons as well. Now you have to pay individual prices. Like, when you really take into consideration how expensive these free-to-play games really are, it's just, I don't know. They're so expensive, and on top of that, all of these companies have these matchmaking systems to make the game more difficult for you. Like, I literally read up somewhere at one point that EA has this matchmaking system where if you play Apex or FIFA or something, any like EA game, right, any multiplayer EA game, they literally have this system where the game will put you in like 5 really difficult lobbies that you're most likely gonna lose, and they'll also give you trashy teammates, like just trash teammates, so that your teammates will feel good, because if you actually do win, they'll feel like, okay, I did something, when in reality you carry them. Or on your 6th game, they'll give you a really easy game with like bot players and stuff. So after that 5-game run where it was just losses and just sweats, you'll have one good game, and that game will kind of make you want to continue playing. So honestly, guys, gaming right now is just they're really fucking with your mental. They're really fucking with your mentality and your mental, and they're trying to find ways to force you to enjoy these games. Like, it's crazy. And I don't know if like this was in gaming before, but I just can't remember having that same experience playing old games, you know. Now on the flip side, as I said, right, I could just be getting old and falling out of love with gaming, which is kind of sad, because gaming had such like a big role to... Why this fucking key not coming out? Gaming had a really big role to play in my childhood. Like, growing up, I would play games 10 hours a day, you know, 12 hours a day, and it just felt like nothing. Now, if I play a game, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like I'm trying to force myself to enjoy it. But yeah, it could just be that, you know, we're getting older and gaming is just not as fresh, it's not as new, it's not as like, it's not a new experience, because I feel like there's some science behind that. When you play okay, I can't fucking talk, though. When you're playing games for like 10-15 years, eventually your brain might get desensitized to like that new feeling of playing a brand new game, or having this like this, I don't know, this dopamine rush of like, you know, experiencing this scenario for the first time. Like, the more you play games, the more you have that dopamine rush. It's kind of like a drug, right? The more desensitized your brain gets to it, and that happens as you age. So maybe I'm just being desensitized to gaming now because I played so many games, so much games growing up. But then I have friends who actually still play games and they still enjoy it, and they've been playing just as long as me. So I don't know. It could just be me, honestly. It could just be me. I have so many games on my Steam library right now that I just don't play. I have Elden Ring, haven't even touched that, haven't even opened it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I have so many games that I just don't play, and I kind of want, like, I keep procrastinating playing it. Like, look at my life. Like, who would have thought that I would procrastinate playing a game? That's crazy in itself, right? Procrastinating playing a game. Let me take a second picture, because I feel like I need to have a better representation of how this keyboard looking. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, is it really that gaming is just getting boring, or is it that we are just becoming old, you know? Because I look at my father, right, who was a big gamer when I was younger. He used to play a lot more games, and he even tell me stories of like when he was younger, he would play all these games, but now he doesn't play any games, and even on his free time, he just doesn't feel like, you know, playing a game. And he was a big gamer. So is it that I'm just, you know, losing that spark for gaming, which is fine by me? Like, I'm not sad that I don't enjoy games anymore. I just want to know why. Like, I want to find the reason. Like, if it's me and I just getting old, then okay, that makes sense. But if it's because gaming is just trash, then I still have hope, you know. I still have hope. I could still hope that one day some indie game developer creates, you know, some insanely fun game that I could really enjoy. But until then, we're suffering and we're struggling. And to make things worse, right, I was always a really competitive gamer. Like, when I used to play COD with my friends and stuff, Black Ops 2, Ghost, any COD game with my friends, I used to be like, I used to want to win all the time. I used to want to win. I used to cuss out my friends if they're doing shit, if they're playing like dog shit. I used to be that guy. Kind of toxic. I don't give a fuck. But now it's even more intense. Now it's like, if I play with a friend, and this is really bad. This is bad. This is really bad. If I'm playing with a friend and they're just not playing good, like they kind of costing us matches and they're selling, then after I be getting so mad at my friend, when in reality it's not really his fault. Like, yeah, he's ass, but we just vibing. So gaming is really making me a more angry person too. Like, I have stopped talking to people for like 2 or 3 days because of one Apex session, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. No, it's really crazy. So it gets to the point where I don't even want to hop on anymore. I don't even want to play anymore, because if I play, I'm gonna get mad at you, I'm gonna get mad at the game, I'm gonna get mad at myself, and it's just not gonna be a fun look for anybody. So like, I just kind of avoid playing games, because especially Apex, you know, Apex is That game is an interesting one. Apex is an interesting game for sure. There's also a third layer to it, right? There's a third layer to this. I started trying to like grow on YouTube since I was probably 12 or 13, right? Which is basically 10 years ago when I really got into playing like, you know, serious games. Like when I was like spending hours upon hours just staying up until 5 a.m. staying home from school because I wanted to like get a freaking nuclear and Black Ops 2 or some shit. I don't really understand how my mom allowed me to do that, but I can't complain because it worked out. It worked out in the end, you know. I have a job in gaming now, which is kind of crazy. I might actually do a video. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But I might do a video on like how I actually got a job in gaming. Not really gaming in terms of like game development, but like gaming in terms of content creation and like that side of gaming, the more entertainment, content creation side of gaming, which is like what I really love. So I might do a video on that. And I guess all of those late nights playing Black Ops 2, playing Destiny actually paid off. But what I was saying is that because I've been trying to do content for so long and like because I was pursuing it for so long as well, I feel like I looked at gaming from a different lens. It wasn't just for fun. It was like, okay, I need to get this video out today, so I need to get this gameplay now. Like if I don't get this gameplay now, I won't have a video for later, which will be detrimental to like my career. And this was me as a 12-year-old thinking like this. So gaming wasn't always just gaming, which I think is why now I kind of associate gaming with work. Like if I actually have to plan out gaming sessions. Like I have to set, okay, from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. I'll be playing Apex, right? I have to set it in my schedule, in my calendar, because I don't know, whenever I think about playing a game, like whenever I just sit down and think about going to play a game, it's kind of difficult for me to just play a game and enjoy it. And that's crazy. Like, why? Why does that have to be like that? Like, why can't I just enjoy a game because it's fun? Like, it's really tough. And even when I stopped posting videos on my main channel, my Apex channel, it was still tough for me to even go back to play Apex because I was like, well, I'm not playing for a video right now, so what's the point in even playing this game, you know? Do I really like Apex because I like the game, or do I like Apex because I saw some success with it and I was invited to play a season early, or because it was a kind of like a job for me at a point in time? Like, do I like Apex because it was kind of my first taste of success in gaming, or do I like Apex because of it as a game? And that's where it kind of gets tricky because I don't really know. I don't know if I like Apex. I don't fucking know if I like Apex. I might low-key hate that game. I think I might actually hate Apex Legends, and I just think I like it because I've been playing it for so long, you know? And I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if that is the case, because Apex is, again, is not a game for the faint of heart. Like, it's really not a game for the weak-minded, for the weak-willed people. Like, if you want to get into a game for fun, I would not recommend Apex. I mean, it's a fun game, don't get me wrong. Apex is okay, I'm kind of contradicting myself right now. What the fuck? Apex is a fun game, right? But it's also a game that is just so filled with bullshit, like bullshit galore. Matchmaking in Apex is ass. I think even worse than Warzone. Like, if you think Warzone matchmaking is ass, come play Apex. You'll see what real ass is. If you never experienced ass before, play Apex Legends. Especially as a solo player. Like, Apex doesn't even have solo, so I am forced to play with teammates who just brain dead. Like, I'll never forget, there was a clip when I was streaming on Twitch at time, and I was trying to get into a door, and this dumb teammate, no offense to that teammate, but you kind of acted dumb in that scenario. Let's be real. You were dumb in that situation. This teammate was healing behind this door. And I mean, he had time to move. He had time to open the door. He had time to just like step back, like, I don't know, like 2 steps back. And he just wouldn't step back. And I ended up dying, and I had like 10 kills. And I had good damage as well. We were about to win the game. And he just like, I think he wanted me to die. And I was like, why does Apex give me these brain dead teammates, you know? And it's situations like that honestly just kind of trigger my freaking anxiety. It's really traumatizing playing that game. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, to be honest. I really didn't know what I'm talking about, to be honest, though. You guys let me know in the comment section down below if you still enjoy gaming, and if you do enjoy gaming, what games do you enjoy? Because I just cannot find any to really just sink my teeth in and play for hours upon hours. It's really difficult. The last game I played that I really enjoyed is gonna be a funny one, and it's also because I like this series or franchise so much, and it was Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is kind of a dead game. Like, I feel like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a dead game now. I played it last year on console, on PS4, and it was just fun. It was casual. I was pretending to be a Jedi, and it was fun. You know, One, I wasn't gonna make any videos on it, so like I wasn't really focusing on, you know, how can I turn this gameplay into a video. And two, there wasn't any skill-based matchmaking, so I was just, you know, shitting on kids as a Jedi for fun. That's what gaming used to be. Like when I was younger, that's what gaming used to be. Now I don't know what the fuck it is. Alright, that's enough ranting on that for me. Our keyboard is now disassembled, so we have brown switches as you could see. And now it's time to, well, first it's time to actually, this shit isn't. Dog, this keyboard is so fucking disgusting, dog. I had no idea. It's so nasty. You guys, I'm even gonna show you guys this, because this shit actually kind of embarrassing. I don't know how I'll let my keyboard get this nasty. We're gonna clean it. We good. So I watched a video 2 days ago, and they said to brush it. So I have a brush. Alright, so we're gonna brush our keyboard to get all the dirt and shit off. Oh, that's actually some good ASMR. Alright. Wow, that shit was nasty. I should actually do this more often because this is surprisingly common. Quite common, you know, if you guys have nasty keyboards, I challenge you to take some time. I know how we could get kind of nasty as gamers, you know, we have a bad rep, but take some time and just like really sit down and clean your keyboard and reflect on life and all that good shit. But while we're talking about gaming not being fun anymore and gaming being kind of just boring as fuck, there's also some really good memories I have that I will always, you know, remember, and moments I will never forget with friends and shit. Content creators that I've met through gaming and, you know, have become friends in real life. Moments with communities. I remember this is gonna be so cringe. I remember I was young. This was like I was probably 14 or 15, right? And don't judge me, we know we all have our moments, so don't judge me. It was kind of weird, but don't judge me, right? And I found this Destiny content creator, and her name was I'm not gonna say what her name was, fuck that shit. But I found this Destiny content creator, right? And I was like, damn, she could really play Destiny. And I love her commentaries, and she was kind of cute. So I kind of became, I won't say obsessed, but I was a fan. I was a big fanboy, right? I was a big fanboy. And I remember when Destiny had their beta. No. Actually, before Destiny, this was during Timefall. You guys know, you guys remember, I mean, you guys probably know what Timefall if you know what Apex is. Timefall was like the FPS that was made before Apex. Like, there wouldn't be any Apex without Timefall. Timefall to me was honestly one of the best, if not the best FPS game of the past 10 years. Hands down. It was a great game. But yeah, so she was playing Timefall, right? And I was like, damn, I want to play Timefall. The only problem is Timefall was a PC exclusive and Xbox One exclusive, I think, at that point. It was only on Xbox and PC, and I had a PS4, but I didn't give a shit. She was doing this giveaway on Twitter, right? She was doing this giveaway, and I was like, I want to enter into this giveaway, not thinking I'd actually win the giveaway. So I entered into the giveaway and I actually won, surprisingly. And I was like, hey, I won, but can't use this code. I think I only entered because I wanted to kind of just interact with her, to be honest. Like, I didn't really care about playing Titanfall at that time. I mean, I wanted to play it, but if you're being real, I knew I couldn't play it anyway. So like, why would I enter if I knew I couldn't play? I only entered because I was being weird and I wanted to interact with her, right? So that's just facts. So anyway, long story short, I won the code. She sent me the code. I cannot remember what I said. I think I lied and I said that, oh, this is an Xbox One code. I only have an Xbox 360. My bad. I didn't realize. And she was like, what? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll just send the code to somebody else. And I was like, yes. I get the interaction. Like, I won the giveaway and I get a DM interaction from my favorite content creator who was so cute and was like 10 years older than me. Let's go. So yeah, that was one moment in my gaming history I'll never forget. Like, I'll never forget that moment. But I'll also never forget just playing with friends and like just vibes in, like just catching real vibes and kicks, playing Destiny raids and Black Ops 2 and Ghosts and all the COD games up until Infinite Warfare, because Infinite Warfare was trash. I don't care what nobody say, Infinite Warfare was the worst COD ever created. That game was so much ass. Especially coming after Black Ops 3. Like, you know, all these COD gurus could lie and say that Infinite Warfare was a good game, but Infinite Warfare was just a bootleg Black Ops 3. Like, to me, there wasn't no reason to even try to play Infinite Warfare because it was just not even worth it, you know? That's actually kind of where my gaming memory stopped. Like, after COD started to fall off, and I would say during Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, towards the end of Destiny 1, again, not Destiny 2, like, but during that period was like the last good gaming memories for me, because Warzone was fun, but it wasn't the same. Like, I had life to focus on. I had like a job. I was like focusing on like my future and stuff. And even now when I play with friends, it's just not the same. Like, you know, I haven't spoken to friends in so long. People move away to different countries. People have their own lives now, so it's just like it's a different dynamic, you know. There's still nostalgia there, but it's just different. So yeah, gaming, man, gaming is a great thing. Gaming is a great thing, but it's also ash right now if you're being real. Alright, so let's put this keyboard together. It's not like 100% clean, but it's clean enough, right? It's clean enough for me. Thank God I took those pictures, because I literally would not know where any of these keys going. Alright, well, I guess we're done. And this is the finished product. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud of myself. Like, this was a good keycap set to pick out. Like, this actually looks really good. It matches the keyboard, it matches my setup. I fuck with it. We have a new keyboard, clean keyboard, that I'm still probably not gonna play any games on.